Good morning or afternoon or whenever you see this. It's Friday. This is our Friday recap. Mrs. Taylor is joining us today because we finished our first week of learning. So
We did. Hi, y'all. Miss you.
we do miss you. So I want to compliment all of you so far. This is I'm taping this Thursday. Right now, we had two lessons. We had the learning part on Monday, Tuesday, and then the practice part Wednesday, Thursday. As of now, over 80% of you have done the lesson part, and the rest of them are coming in. I'm pretty pleased with that. So thank you for your work. I know it's not easy. I don't know whether you're sharing computers or whatever. So you're doing a great job, and we appreciate that. A couple of shout outs I'd like to say. On my modules, we have the discussion boards, and they haven't been used very often, but there are two. It happened twice really good. There were a couple of questions in the algebra discussion board. One was about how the graph goes up or down, and some kid asked that, and Jonathan Espinoza replied with the answer, was exactly right, helped that student out, and explained what happens when it goes up or down. Another one happened with somebody asked about the range, and Emmett Maxwell replied to that and did a great job explaining it, and he even added a little picture to the discussion board. That's exactly how I want them to work. If I'm not on it right away, you guys can help each other out. Perfect job. A great job.
Good job, you two.
Good job, you guys. Yes,
Who was it? Jonathan and
Jonathan Espinosa and Emmett Maxwell is a seventh grader. You might get Emmett next year.
All right.
Yeah. So end of the week. I'm going to talk about an exploratory assignment I want you to do this weekend. There's a little website I'll talk about. There's two parts to this Friday recap. This is part one, and then there's part two. But part two, I want to tell you a little bit about my family. I've told you about my mother on March 4th. I talked about my mom. I talked about my dad, the barrage balloon. I've talked about him. I've talked about my brother Randy, who passed away a couple of years ago. But there's a mystery in the Taylor family that many of you don't know about. It's the mystery of the other brother. Ooh, the other brother. Yes, there is another brother. He is 4 years older than me. Now, Randy and I were a year apart, about a year and a half apart, and we did everything together. We were on sport. We were the trifecta. We were smart, we were good looking, and we were athletic. And we were all three of those things. So we played on sports teams all the time. My friends were his friends were my friends. People know us, and I can't tell you how many times we'd be talking after Christmas, and a brother's name is Bill. The other brother is Bill. And we'd mention Bill, and people would say, "Who's Bill?" And we'd say, "Well, he's our brother." And they go, "You have another brother?" And yes, we do have another brother. His nickname has been the other brother for years, and he has embraced that. He didn't have the trifecta. He's smart, he's good looking, not terribly athletic, but he could have been had it been an interest when he was younger. So anyway, but he's pretty sharp. I mean, he is, and we taught. Bill and I get together. I don't want to say he's geeky. I don't want to say that at all. But we talk math, and we were talking about quadratics one day at a Mariner game. And that's what Bill did. He got into the Mariners about 10 years ago. So now he's become part of the Mariner clan that we go to our games with. But we sit in the stands and we talk about quadratic equations. And he showed me this great little website that he showed it to me again last week when he's been watching these videos and correcting my mistakes. And so I've given you that. Part two of our video is Brother Bill's exploring website that we'll talk about. I'll show you that on the next website. But I wanted to make sure you understood that there is another brother. Yes, and we love Brother Bill. We call him Brother Bill. But with that, it's time for Joke of the Week. And I changed my Joke of the Week. I had one all ready to go, but since Mrs. Taylor is here, I changed the joke. You're going to love this one.
Okay.
So, now, last week I talked about the three-legged dog, I think. Was it the three-legged dog last week, I believe? And we talked about the whole, you shot my paw. And it's another joke about walking into a bar. And I'm not going to do all the jokes that way, but this is one of my favorites. Past, present, and future walk into a bar. It was tense. You don't get it?
It's not my favorite. Not really.
It's a language arts joke.
Y'all get it?
Past, it was tense. The tension in the bar.
Okay.
Oh God. Okay, I'll give you. You didn't like
No,
that?
I get it. I don't love it. That is not even a dad joke.
Well, okay, I want you my backup joke.
All right, do your backup.
We
joke.
went on a walk yesterday, and we were walking in the neighborhood, and we saw a magician in a car. You don't like this one either. We saw a magician driving down the road, and all of a sudden, he turned into a driveway.
That's kind of funny. It's funnier,
Oh, God.
but that is a total dad joke.
Okay, anyway, enjoy the
But that's what you do best.
enjoy the weekend. We miss you guys. Shout out to your parents for putting up with you and your brothers and sisters and all that. More videos of the learning videos will come on Monday. I'll put the suit and tie back on. So take care and hang in there. Any messages?
No, you'll be hearing from me soon. Well, I'm thinking about Zoom meetings for Honors Language Arts. We'll get there. You're
Okay.
doing great.
All right.
Thank you for everything.
See ya.